Well, I happened to look down at just the right moment because we've just, and I mean just, hit 10,000 kilometers on my 2022 Mercedes GLA35. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the adventure. My name is Dan. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day so far. And as you can see, we have a picture-perfect morning to start our adventure. And today we get to talk about how my Mercedes has just become basically worthless. Now, I say that because I just recently passed the 10,000 kilometer mark. And of course it's dirty, because it's always dirty, even though I just washed it. So this is my 2022 Mercedes GLA35AMG. And as you can tell, it's got all the aero stuff and the big fancy wheels and brakes and the all-important AMG badge.
Let's go.
Well, according to these two little gauges, this car makes 306 horsepower and 297 foot-pounds of torque. That's the most I've ever seen it say. According to Mercedes, this 2-liter, 4-cylinder, turbocharged direct injection engine, or should I say, according to Renault, this makes 305 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. So for those of you who are not aware, let's call it the base engine of this vehicle and the CLA and the A-Class is all actually made by the French automaker Renault. And then Mercedes and AMG, they do things and make it their own. Nothing against the French manufacturers, but over here in North America, we don't really get any of their vehicles, so I have no real comparison. Let me know what you think below in the comments, because I'm curious. Now, the GLA35 sends its power from that 4-cylinder engine through an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission to all 4 wheels. The AMG Aero package, available when you order this vehicle, comes with the nice dirty diffuser, although I'm sure it was clean at one point. This big ol' spoiler off the back wing. A far more aggressive front splitter than the factory offering on the lower models. It also comes with these little canards, or dive planes, or whatever you want to call them. The AMG Track Pace package, or whatever they actually call it, gets you the bigger brakes, the much larger wheels, and a whole bunch of electronic wizardry inside. Now, one of the most obvious upgrades over the lower models is this steering wheel. Beautiful construction, nice big thick red ring at the top, all the controls you could possibly ever ignore, and it feels good to turn it. This is one of the electronic packages, and it tells me I can't use it because I'm not on a racetrack, which obviously you shouldn't use this sort of stuff on public roads. I've only ever tried this a couple times last year and had a lot of fun seeing that it was exactly what Mercedes claimed this would do. And then in this menu, you can watch where the power's going, you can look at all your vital information. This is fuel. You can tell I really don't care about fuel. Although, when did I go that fast? And then this screen is how you set up your personalized settings. So I have the drive in dynamic, transmission in automatic, dynamics, advanced, so that's the suspension control and torque vectoring. That's not the actual stiffness of the suspension, which I keep in Sport rather than Sport Plus, just because I like to enjoy the drive a little bit. Now, these settings, when you change them, actually make a difference. Now, all those performance upgrades, they don't mean anything on a daily driver unless the interior is comfortable and you actually want to drive the car. In this case, my GLA is equipped with multi-way adjustable seating with lots of memory settings, heated but not ventilated seats. The steering wheel, unfortunately, does not have heating, a feature that I kind of wish it had, because I didn't realize how much I liked it until I didn't have it. So when this one came equipped with the Burmeister system, which in my eyes is considerably better than the Bose equivalent that Cadillac offered, I was very happy. Up here, we've got a whole bunch of buttons and settings for things that I've never used, which include the sunroof. I've literally opened it twice. Once when I bought it to make sure it worked, and once just earlier today when I stuck a camera out the roof. When I put it into individual mode, everything changes, and you can immediately tell. The steering gets a little heavier, the exhaust note gets a little crisper, and the engine is a little bit peppier. In fact, let's go prove that. All right, here's a demonstration of the performance of the GLA35 from a standstill. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Well, you know what? Okay, you can't really hear it. Now, in my eyes, there are a lot of good things about the GLA class vehicle, but now it's time to get to the elephant in the room, and why I say that now that I've reached 10,000 kilometers, it's essentially worthless. Now, it's a pretty well-known fact that in the automotive world, luxury SUVs and luxury cars in general depreciate very quickly. Now, in the case of the GLA by Mercedes, this is a 2022. It has 10,000 kilometers, and according to the Blue Book value, it's in the low 40,000 range. Now, the original window sticker on this car was in the high 60s to low 70s, Canadian, of course. So that means in 10,000 kilometers, or just about 2 years, this car has lost over $25,000 in value. Just wow. And since it's a Mercedes, it costs a lot to run. Specifically, you need to run premium or 91 octane fuel. These tires, massively wide, low profile tires, they run about $500 to $700 each. Brakes, those are massive AMG specific brakes. They cost a fortune when you wear them out. But I guess the good news is that the wiper blades are only the same price as a Cadillac's. And even though it costs a lot of money to keep running the GLA, I absolutely have fallen in love with it. It is the perfect size for me. It does everything I need it to, more or less. It isn't bankrupting me yet. And you know what? It's not half bad to look at. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the first 10,000 kilometers of this car's life. I know I have. If you have, please consider subscribing, and let's get this car to 100,000 and enjoy every step of the adventure along the way. So, with that being said, have a wonderful rest of the day. Please subscribe, leave likes on the channel, and we will catch you on the next adventure.
go.